Debbie with Taylor by Debbie. I'm going to show you how to make a lantern as promised, but I could not find the pallets like I used on the black frames that I got at Dollar Tree. So I found some of these 4x6 wooden frames. These came from Walmart, and these were like $1.23 each. I got 4. And then I also picked up one package. It's a 3-piece square panel. See, that ring light's kind of glaring, but it's got a frame around it, and there's 3 in a pack. So I've got one pack of these, and I've already painted a few of these to kind of speed it up so you don't just sit here and watch me paint. But we're going to be using one of these for the bottom. And you see it comes with 3. And we'll be using these on some other ones. Okay. Well, all you do is you cut. Now, I haven't made one yet, so we're going to figure this out together today. We're going to take this apart. And then what I did was I took my pliers, took that paper out. There is no glass in this. And I'm going to pull out these metal pieces that would hold a picture in there. I'm just going to pull them out with my pliers. They're real easy to pull out. One more. Okay. And be careful when you're taking them out. I kind of scuffed that up a little bit, but that's all right. It's going to be on the inside. But what I like to do next is use my Waverly chalk paint, and this is white. I was all the way at the bottom of a bottle, so what I did was I watered this down some because I kind of want to use it like a whitewash. Let me get down in here, see if I can get a little more off the bottom there. Kind of want to make it be just like a real light whitewash. So what we're going to do is just go around and paint it. You want to get all in these crevices here on the back because it's going to show. Painting the back of it first. I already got some paint on my hands, y'all, so I'm just going to go with it and not even worry about wearing gloves. Okay. Get down in all those little crevices, and right here along the edge, you want to get that too, because you will see that from the front and when you're looking in through the lantern. And I do go ahead and paint the back as well. Just a light coat of a little bit watered down chalk paint, and then I'm going to flip it over and paint the front. Okay, and we just kind of want to blend it. Get that, some kind of, I don't know, lint or something within it. Okay, and you do want to get the sides as well. And I'm not minding if a little bit of that wood grain shows through. And when you do this part, it's probably going to run down where you've already painted because we've thinned this paint down so it's kind of watery. But that's okay. We can just do a final brushing over of the front and the back. Get the brush strokes all going the same way. Flip it over on the back and do the same thing. Just kind of like that. And we're going to set this aside and let it dry with the other 3 that I've already painted. This does not take long, y'all. Okay, just kind of, especially want your front to look good. And then I just take a tape roll, just kind of prop that up so it can dry all the way around. Get those paintbrush strokes going the same way. All right, now we're going to paint this, and I want to do the same thing with it. I'm going to paint front and back, bottom. Just in case anyone was to ever lift it up and look at the bottom, I want it to be finished. But this will be the bottom. So don't know. I may change my mind on that. I may make this the bottom. I may make this the bottom, and then we'll glue our little legs into this. I think we will. So we'll have that nice smooth top to be the bottom of the inside of our lantern. But I am still putting a nice light whitewash coat. We're going to do the sides on this as well, even though it's going to be painted just so it'll seal it. Oh yeah, I think that'll be a prettier bottom. So we'll do that. Like I said, y'all, figuring it out together as we go. All right, now we're going to set that aside and let that dry. Okay, got paint all over my hands. I don't care. We're just going with it today. I'll use my baby wipes here in a sec. Okay. Now, put that lid back on. Baby wipe my hands. Y'all know I keep baby wipes in my craft room because I don't have a sink up here. And it really does make it nice. It's very convenient. So you don't get that wet paint on anything else that you don't want to get it on. And it's so watery that the lid, when I put the lid on, kind of ran down the sides of my bottle here. It's got on my hands again, y'all. Okay. So we're just going to wipe that off well. Set it over here to the side. Okay. And I'm going to get a bottle of water so I can put my brush down in it. Don't want my brush to get dried out. So I'll go ahead and put that in here. Put some water in it. Alrighty. So now that that's done, I want to take the ones that I did earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and dry them just a little bit more. She's using a hair dryer here. I'll go ahead and speed up the video and get them dried, and then I'll be right back. So we're going to start with one corner being flush over here. Okay, so you want this first one, you want the edge to be on the edge of this bottom piece. All right. So we're I'm going to do the hot glue last because it'll be the one that'll dry the quickest. So I'm going to put some permanent glue. It's like a gel. So we're just going to kind of stagger. And then I want to use some of the A-lines in the middle here. Okay, and then I want to use some of the hot glue for immediate hold over here. I'm not going to go all the way over to the edge here because it's going to hang off just a little bit. And then I'm going to stand this up and make sure we're flush on that one side. And a great way to do that, y'all, is to use a square. And I bought this at Dollar Tree. So we want to push that down and in. And just hold it there a minute. Now these picture frames are curved on the edges, so your square is not going to go all the way up against the bottom edge of this one. And it'll get more sturdy as we're gluing the other pieces on. Okay, right now it's not wanting to stay real well, but it will, y'all. Once we get the other pieces, it's going to sturdy it on up. Okay, so next, this time we're going to glue both sides. So I'm going to have to put glue on this edge and this edge, or actually here. Okay, whoops. A little bit of a hot mess express right here, y'all. Let's see. bit more hot glue. Maybe it needs a little more of the hot glue for the immediate hold here, y'all. We'll go alongside that. Gotta have something here to initially hold that on there. Okay, I need to get that all the way over. That edge is meeting up with that edge. Okay, and pull that in. Snug it up. Okay. Now we're going to do this side next. And again, I want those holes. Watch how you're doing your holes. You want the holes to be consistent all the way around. Okay. So. Alright, we're going to do that next. Use hot glue. I think we're just going to use hot glue. I don't think I'm going to use the super glue. I think I'm going to use this Aleene's tacky glue across the middle here. We got to work fast. I'm going to do the same thing here. It's not going to dry, y'all. Okay. Alright, we want the hole on the bottom. And we're going to have to set both of them in here at the same time. We can clean up that hot glue. Don't worry about that. Okay, we can just peel that off. Any of the hot glue. It's seeping through here on the edge. Like so. Okay. And we're going to set it down and make sure we have it even on the top as well. That looks good, y'all. Alright, so next we're going to do this side. Okay, you need to make sure that's moved over some. I need to make sure it's good and flush with the bottom here. And the side. There we go. Okay. Now, put that back in there. Alright. Okay, next we're going to put the hole in the bottom in the center, and we're going to glue this piece on. Okay, so we need to put some glue across here and then glue across this side. Just be mindful of where your holes are so they'll end up being consistent. Okay. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn it this way. Put the glue down here. See if that'll make it easier. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Okay. Set it down. Stand it up. Push this down. And push it together. Alright, we just got one more side, y'all. And this one we're going to have to glue in 3 places. We're going to have to glue here, here, and along here. Alright, let's put the tacky glue on first. All down this center part. Okay. And then I'm going to turn it. Put it right here along this edge. Down here. And then we're going to quickly do our hot glue. Okay, fill it up. And here. Okay. Hole on the bottom. Stand it up. Make sure your bottom everything is good and secure. And y'all, look how cute this is turning out already. How cute, I love it. Okay. All right. Cap on the super glue. All right, let's see. Put some weight down on it until that hot glue dries. You can take a baby wipe. And any of the craft glue that's kind of seeping out, you can just wipe that off. Okay. Any of that craft glue, but it'll dry clear. There's a little bit of hot glue that you can just kind of use your fingernail and just pick it off. All right, y'all. Now for the feet, I got this garland after Christmas sale at Walmart, and I was thinking about maybe using this for the feet on the bottom. Let's see, get that little bit of glue off right there. But see how easy this is, y'all? And for about $5, we've got the basic lantern already done. Okay, I'm going to cut 4 of these off. I want 4 feet. So this will be good and stable. I don't know if these little scissors will cut it or not. Yep. Okay, so after the holidays, be on the lookout and think how you can use stuff other than what it was intended for. Because these are really cute to use as feet. And I think I'm just going to leave them the natural color because I'll probably use some natural beads on this as well. So, okay, let's go ahead and just cut these off. Little knots so we can slide these off. And these happen to have the buffalo plaid fabric on it, which I don't mind at all, I like. So you're just going to figure out where you want your feet. And we're going to glue those on using the hot glue and the tacky glue. So I'm just going to put some tacky glue around the center and some hot glue around that. A lot of hot glue there. And then I'm just going to press it down in each corner. Okay. And one more. Again, the hot glue gives it the immediate hold, and then the tacky glue will give it a more permanent hold. Just kind of test that out, and that feels good and even. Okay, next, I'm going to take some of this Dollar Tree gingham ribbon, and I'm going to cut this to where a little bit of the ribbon will overlap on the top and the bottom. Okay. I'm going to cut 4 pieces the same length. Once you get one measured, you can lay it down. Go ahead and cut the other 3 pieces. Okay. It's going to kind of hide the gap at the top and the bottom here. So we're just going to take, let me put another hot glue stick in here. So we're getting to where we're going to need one. And then I'm just going to put some hot glue. We want it all the way over to the edge. And on the top and coming over the bottom a little bit here. So we want the top part to overlap just so. And then we want it to lay along the edge here and overlap the bottom some. Okay. You just want to come up under here, make sure you have this part glued. Okay, like so. Cut that off. And then we're going to take one of these and we're going to hot glue it right here on the top like that. So I'm just going to put some hot glue here and some hot glue here, and we're going to stick that on and then just wipe any excess off while it's still warm. See y'all, that's going to give it a nice finished touch along the edge and along the bottom. Okay, and we're just going to cut off the excess here at the bottom. Like so. And I believe I'm going to put one on the bottom as well. And these are just wood half rounds that I picked up from Amazon, and the exact ones that I bought are in my Amazon storefront. So if you want to go pick some up just like these that I have, you can go there, click on my link. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It is my affiliate link, so I may earn just a small commission, but it doesn't cost you any extra if you order using my link. I would really appreciate it, y'all, if you do purchase it through my link, if you're going to get some. All right, so that's kind of what we're going for. I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other 3 sides. I'll speed up the video and then we'll be right back. Next, we're going to take an ink pad, and I'm just going to distress it a little bit, just going along the edges. It's just a little ink pad. I'm going to distress these, just so they don't look so new. I just want it to kind of look a little bit distressed. I'm going to distress it on the inside edge as well. This is one of the easiest ways, y'all, to distress wood. It's just to use a little ink pad, and you can get these anywhere you buy craft supplies. This came with my little stamper set that I bought on Amazon. Just got to get in those little corners a little better. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and distress it along the edges where the ribbon is as well. Okay. You can do as little or as much of this as you want. You don't have to do it at all if you don't like that look. If you end up doing too much, you can always go back and sand it off, or you can paint over it a little bit again. Y'all, I like the way this distressing looks. It's just tying in some of the black from the ribbons that we used. Helps tie it all together, in my opinion. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of hit some of this wood too, and then we're going to go back over and sand it a little bit. Feet down here on the bottom, and these as well. And I'm not worrying too much about the part of that wood that's up underneath the edge. I'm just doing around the bottom here. Okay, ooh, I forgot to put one right here, y'all. How in the world did we do that? No worries, we can add it right now. Okay, and we'll just distress that a little bit as well. Even distress the bottom a little bit, just so it all looks aged well. Now, that lid back on. See, it came in my little stamper set that I got, and I bought this on Amazon, and it's also in my Amazon storefront if you wanted to get this little kit. All right, now I have a medium coarseness, these little sanding blocks that I got at the Dollar Tree, so I'm just gonna sand this a little bit to just soften up the distressing so it's not so harsh looking. Just like that. Okay. But y'all, that's basically it. Now we just need to decorate it. And we're going to be using a flameless candle. I would not recommend using a real candle on these. A little disclaimer there. Only use the battery operated candles in these homemade lanterns, so you don't have any issues with fires or anything. But y'all, I love the way that turned out. I hope y'all give it a try, and if you do, please tag me in a photo. I'll put a picture at the very end with it staged. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all have a blessed day.